Now, I whipped this up in the last couple of hours before stream. It was a bit of a slow process gathering the images and music and such, but what say we do a little award show? I figured we're close enough to the end of the year, right? Oh, I will need this hydrate, thank you. So I figure I'll talk about a few of my favourite games. And I tried to make it slightly entertaining in how I've titled the awards, so let's see how we do, shall we? So first up, we have the I Wish I Was Better award for a game I enjoyed, but I feel like I would have enjoyed a lot more if I was decent. Now, I will preface this entire list with I'm only awarding two games I've actually played. So, like any other top 10 list or whatever on the internet, if your favourite isn't there, I probably didn't play it. And there's probably plenty of stuff that I would give an award to had I played it. Gollum, I did not play Ahoy. So, I'm afraid we're not celebrating that pile of trash. But the I Wish I Was Better award goes to Goddamn Pizza Tower. Like anyone who watched me play this knows I was garbage at this game. Had not played it at all. It made my fingers hurt. But goddamn, it's stylish. It's so stylish. I wanted to enjoy it so much more than I did. Like, the visuals are really something to behold. The amount of frames of animation was just insane, and I did have a good time with it. I just sucked. I really, really sucked. There's an alternate universe where I am better at this, and this is like a Game of the Year contender. This isn't that universe, but I respect what it did. And I respect that I'm probably never going to play it again. But yes, that is Pizza Tower getting the I Wish I Was Better award. For kicking my ass. I really should have added a fade to that music. Still, next up we have the Less is More award. For a game that I think would have been better if there were less of it. Had a great time, but it overstayed its welcome. And that is going to Turbo Overkill. Anybody who watched me stream Turbo Overkill knows exactly why I'm giving it this award. That last stream was a 5-hour slog. Because the game was clearly reaching its conclusion. There wouldn't be enough content for a full extra stream. But no, actually there was. There was so much extra content. It reaches its climax and then holds itself there for several more hours. I feel like you could have shaved a couple of hours off this game and had a much tighter experience. Great gunplay, entertaining enough story, very cool visuals. Great soundtrack, as we're hearing right now. It just kept going. What a rough final act. What a rough final act. But for the most part, fantastic game. Really fantastic game. Enjoyed my time with it very much. Just, please. You even skipped most of the 800 plus enemies in the last level. Yeah, it was too many. My hands were hurting. Maybe I would have felt better about it if I had actually stopped the stream at the 3 hour mark and then just did a 2 hour stream, 2 and a bit hours the next time. But I couldn't have known without spoiling the contents of the game for myself. So yes, Turbo Overkill. Less is more. Come on, devs. You went a bit far on that one. But great game aside from that, though. Great game aside from that. And I finished talking about that, like, with perfect timing. So next up, we have the Good Old Days Award. For the game that just made me feel young again. It reminded me of the games of my youth. It's simple, but effective. Just a charming game that made me feel like I was in my pyjamas, cross-legged on the floor, just playing on the family TV. And that award goes to... Cavern of Dreams! This lovely little N64/PS1 styled 3D platformer. We 100%ed this on stream and it was delightful. The visuals, the music, the quirky characters, and just the feel of the game, it was all immaculate. Absolutely something that I would have played as a kid. You thought it was going to be Digimon World Next Order. Digimon World Next Order didn't feel enough like classic Digimon World to get this kind of award. I like it for different reasons. Cavern of Dreams was just very wholesome, and I think if you just slotted it in alongside your Banjo-Kazooie, your Croc, your Crash Bandicoot, your old 3D platformers, it would fit right in, as if no time had passed at all. And I thought that was wonderful. Plus you play as a dragon. Like, if you play as a dragon, you automatically get extra points as a game dev. So, props to the developer of Cavern of Dreams. Winner of the Good Old Days Award. ABBA. I've never used so many pages of my Steam Deck for my Stream Deck for icons. Next up, we have the Bethesda Says It's Done Award for the best early access game I played this year. Even though Bethesda would look at this and go, yep, feature complete, ship it, the developer of this game has decided, this is early access. I can refine this. If there's any problems, I can fix them. I can add extra content. They're just going to keep going. And the best early access game I played this year... it was always going to be Lethal Company, wasn't it? It absolutely shouldn't have been as good for me as it is. It's a horror game. It's a multiplayer horror game. It's an absolute mess in terms of the kind of games I usually play. Like, it doesn't match what I would usually play at all. And yet, it is delightful. If you have not managed to pick this up yet, I highly encourage it. Or if you're not a fan of early access games, go ahead and wait. It's only going to get better from here, I'm pretty sure. The developer has been doing nothing but good things since the early access launch began. I'm sure it'll end up even better as time goes by. Are there things I want to see from it that it doesn't have? Absolutely. But this is a damn good start. And whether it releases in 2024 or 2025, yeah, I think it's going to be a golden one. Absolutely. Oh, this music's giving me anxiety. Congratulations to Lethal Company for not pulling a Bethesda and calling it done already. So next up, the Monopoly Award. Why didn't that work? Bat. Squares. The Monopoly Award goes to a game that, yeah, it's fun. You might want to change a few rules, if you had the option, you know? Hi, Kaji, hope you're doing well. And while you're playing it, you're going to lose friends. It is going to cause some arguments. But like Monopoly, well, Monopoly's successful, isn't it? Despite the arguments it causes. It sold a lot of copies. So it's good for something. But the key point is fun, but you might get into an argument over it. The winner is... Friends vs. Friends. This game has a little bit of a problem in my eyes. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy Friends vs. Friends. Great multiplayer shooter that's either 1v1 or 2v2. You have a deck of cards that affect the black battle, and it's a first-person shooter, entirely competitive. And my problem with it is just how small scale it is. I always complain when a game has lobbies that are too big, because I don't like playing with strangers. But I feel like a full lobby is the way to go if a game gives the option. This game has lobbies that are too small. When it's so targeted, I feel like you can easily hold a grudge. Even in 2v2, everyone that's gunning you down is 50% of your opponents. 1v1, or 100% of your opponents. You can easily get angry at somebody, and you're just stuck with them. You don't get the dilution of the player pool that larger games give you. And I'm sure for some people, that's perfectly fine. For me, I'd like to see 3v3, 4v4, something a little higher. A great game. But I can hold a grudge. I definitely do recommend it. It has had quite a bit more content since I played it on stream for a little bit. And that was my biggest issue with it back then, was indeed the lack of content. So over time, it's just getting more and more worth it. If you have some friends to pick this up with, yeah, go for it. Absolutely go for it. Friends vs. Friends? The Monopoly Award. If any of the award titles were a reach, it was this one, but whatever. So next up, the Actually Award. This goes to a game that... Oh god, okay, fine. But this goes to a game that didn't release this year.
No.
Technically. It is a game that released years ago. But it's only just released on PC this year. So I've actually been able to play it this year. So you might say, actually this isn't a 2023 release. It is to me. It is to me, okay? And that's going to and this one has been brought up already, it's Digimon World Next Order, which is like half a decade old at this point, but it released on Steam in 2023. And for those years that it wasn't on PC, I didn't even know it existed. An actual, proper sequel to Digimon World 1 for the PS1, my childhood favourite. And while it doesn't hit the exact same nostalgia bones as the original, the core gameplay loop is definitely there. Hello, Jester. Nice of you to join us during our... I really should have changed the category while we did this. I've done it now. You join us during a little award show. But yes, Digimon World Next Order, I feel, iterates on the gameplay in just the right ways. And it makes me very happy. So, even though it's technically not a 2023 release in the grand scheme of things, I'm giving it an award. Giving it an award anyway, because I find it delightful. And I'm looking forward to streaming more of it. And if I ever get tired of streaming it, I'll probably keep playing it in my own time. It's lovely, where grown Digimon need to ask if it's okay to go to the bathroom. And isn't that just the best part of the game? No, but it's funny. It is funny. Good quote, thank you, Jason. Yeah, I just had to give some kind of award to Digimon World, because I am finding it delightful. Next up, we have the very legitimate / unbiased award. This is going to the game that I'm very normal about, and I'm giving I have no bias whatsoever. It's just objectively worthy of a Game of the Year award. Nobody can argue. It's just objective fact, and I have not been influenced in any way or the other. And that goes to... Megadars! The game about me. It is a video game, and it released this year, so I'm giving it a Game of the Year award. This is, of course, the game that Naya produced, that we played through on my affiliate anniversary stream. And I mean, it's obvious why I'm giving it this. It's a fun game, and it's about me. It has Vor, it has a load of my friends in it, it has great music. Like, Spelka did such a great job with the soundtrack. Like, what the heck? Obviously I'm giving this an award. Now, Naya doesn't appear to be in chat, so Naya can't claim this prestigious PNG of a trophy that I'm going to pretend to have. But Naya has absolutely earned a trophy for the amazing work on this game. Now, if you have not seen Megadars being played, if you have not caught the VOD, if you were not there at the time, you can find Megadars on itch.io. It's just there, it's free. It has an optional donation, but you can put in 0 and just be taken to the downloads. It is a full-ass Mega Man game. But with me. And several moderators, chatters, friends of the stream, just included in it. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. That is the very legitimate / unbiased award. Demo Disc, welcome in. Currently doing a little award show for my favourite games this year.
I'm the real star of the game, Azzy.
Miko is in it. Miko is a very notable part of the game. He does very good, except for the part where he's the villain. But yes, That is our seventh award. Very legitimate and unbiased. Next up, the Where Is Everyone award for a game that just straight up didn't release this year. I can't use platforms as an excuse. I've shown up to the party well after it ended. And I'm just wondering, where did everyone go? It's my fault. No one's here because I'm late. And that award is going to Unpacking. I have played a lot of games late this year, but none of them hit me quite as hard as Unpacking did. This lovely little game about... Hello, Dragula. This lovely game about unpacking boxes. Somebody's put all of their life into a bunch of boxes, and you're just unpacking for them, putting everything where it needs to go. It's slow, it's calm, and it tells a story with very little actual written English, or whatever language it has been translated to that you played it in. The vast majority of the story is told through the objects you're unpacking. How do they compare to the objects you unpacked last time they moved? What's happened in the interim? And it's lovely. Really lovely. It does have a bit of text. When you finish a scenario, you get a picture of a room. And it'll contain a little bit of a note. But otherwise, yeah, you just learn by playing. And it tells a wonderful story. So yeah, Unpacking for my Where Is Everyone award. I'm late to the party, but it hit me emotionally. And not many games do that. So, well played, Unpacking. Next up, the Wait, this isn't my PC award. And that is for the game that I played that... Yes, Dragula, I'm afraid we finished up the Tome DLC and we've moved on to my Games of the Year. Just a little thing I'm throwing on to the end. Just to, yeah. Just to wrap things up. Wrap the year up, basically. I mean, I still have streams this year, but this is my best chance to actually fit this in. And thank you, Psycho. I just whipped these up real quick before the stream, and I don't know. I don't want to call anything the game of the year, so I'm making up arbitrary categories. But yes, the Wait This Isn't My PC award is going to the game I enjoyed most, not on my PC. In this case, the Nintendo Switch. I didn't play too much this year on my Switch, but there was one game that stood above the others that I actually had time to play. And it did surprise me when I thought about it. Because what was going to be in this slot was Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. A game that I basically set aside that month for. I decided not to stream it because how could I possibly experience it 3 hours at a time, a couple of times a week? No, I had to dedicate time to Tears of the Kingdom. But it didn't end up being my favourite Switch game of the year. Because it was Metroid Prime Remastered. I didn't play the original Metroid Prime. I mean, I had a GameCube. But as a kid, I just sort of got the games that my parents got me, and I never got Metroid Prime. So my first exposure to this, Drayson's with the quote directly referencing this song, I think. It's amazing we never had Jace. Good to see you. That's my brother in chat. So my first exposure to this game was in fact on the Switch, and I streamed it, and what an amazingly well-crafted game. And what an amazing facelift it got. Every asset remade, just what a piece of quality. I went from, why didn't Nintendo just remaster the whole trilogy and put it on one cartridge? To, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. Well worth the money. Especially since, like, at least in terms of the UK, you can pick this up for around £25 on discount, which is not a bad price for the game you get out of it. Just absolutely tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. And when Metroid Prime 2 Remastered comes out, I say when, if, but hopefully when, I'm absolutely getting that. I'm absolutely playing that on stream as well. I'm very excited to experience more of the series. Right, we only have a couple of awards left. Ba-ba. Next up we have the Just a Taste Award, which is not Vorny, I swear. This is for the game that had the best demo. Yet I didn't get to play the full game. A game that I loved, but I haven't actually gotten into it yet. And that is going to... Hey! I said it wasn't Vorny. That is going to Cobalt Core. We played this during the Steam Next Fest, and it was an amazing roguelite deck builder with a space theme and a lot of cute critters. And it was easily the game that impressed me most of that particular Next Fest. But I haven't picked it up. It's out, I just haven't got it. And if I had bought it, I don't think I'd have gotten time to actually sink into it. But the gameplay is just this wonderful mix of Slay the Spire and Faster Than Light. There are Kobold characters, Zergs. And it was absolutely delightful. And it rounds it out with this story that obviously I've only seen the beginning, that actually incorporates the roguelite element. You are in a time loop. That's why you're dying and then starting again. And it seems the crux of the story is figuring out what's going on. And I can't say that for certain, because I've only played the demo. I have heard Returnal has a similar story beat, yes, with the reasoning behind the loops. I'm looking forward to playing Returnal someday, but I'm even more excited for eventually getting Cobalt Core. I'm guessing TNG is in the next generation. Sadly, I have not seen the next generation. It's on my list though. I've watched Voyager all the way through and loved it. I will watch Next Generation eventually. But yes, Cobalt Core had an amazing demo, and it gave me just a taste of something I imagine is very, very special. And will hopefully someday get my Where Is Everyone award. Someday. Right. Only one award left, and I don't think it's going to surprise anybody. And this is the Intrusive Thoughts Win Award. for the game that most enabled me to be an absolutely terrible person. And it's going to... Baldur's Gate 3. Everyone under the sun's game of the year. But what it most strikes me as... Ooh, that picture's over the call-out. It stands out to me as a game that I go in with good intentions. But then I have intrusive thoughts. And it lets me apply those intrusive thoughts. It doesn't stop me. What it should do is say, Azzy, you can't do that. That's unreasonable. No, it lets me. When that Dwergar jumped on my boat, and I thought... I say thought. I said out loud, push, push, push. It immediately gave me the option to push him. Hadn't even gotten into the battle yet, and one of the options was push him into the water. Usually I'd discard that kind of intrusive thought, because why would I just murder a man? Out of the blue. But when it actually presented the option, the exact option I wanted to do deep down, I ended up doing it. So much for having a good character. I pushed that Dwergar, and he drowned, and we started the combat with one man down in our favour. Absolutely incredible. So this is a game we were streaming. I did take a break from it earlier than anticipated. I wanted to get through Act 1, but life happened. We will return to it eventually, because I'm having an absolutely delightful time with Baldur's Gate 3. And I have a feeling the fun will not stop. Yeah, Yeah, the Dragonborn are a big advantage. It does have that in its favour. I get to go, my character? Yeah, my character's handsome. What a good Dragon Bard. What a good Dragon Bard. Now, a lot of games didn't get mentioned here. Again, Tears of the Kingdom. Delightful, but edged out by Metroid Prime. Throat, which I'm no doubt pronouncing wrong. Loved that game. Came out of early access this year. Couldn't think of a category for it. You take care, Mox. A bit late on the awards. Is there a quick recap at the end? There can be. There can be. Of course, Tome. I loved. Didn't release this year. And I did. I don't.
Sent 25 bits and said, "Rot."
You see, I said "rot" at one point, but Mike said I was pronouncing it wrong. And see, Mike would know. Mike would know. Neither did Unpacking. Yes. What I was going to say is, I felt like I couldn't give an award to everything I enjoyed this year. I had to pick one. One game that I missed the party on, just so I could include it, and that one won out. Miko said it better. Well, look, I'm not Czech, okay? Good gosh. But yes, I'm hoping 2024 brings many more games that
Who rot?
I can enjoy. That is the hope. So, I'm going to keep this music on and do a quick recap for anyone who's just tuning in now. Our first award, I wish I was better, for the game that I suck at and feel like I'd enjoy more if I didn't suck at it. That was Pizza Tower. Less is more for the game that I loved, but wish it was shorter. Goes to Turbo Overkill for having a final act that just kept going long after I felt done with it. The Good Old Days Award for the game that most made me feel like I was in my pyjamas, cross-legged on the floor, playing on my parents' TV. Cavern of Dreams. Wonderful N64 style 3D platforming with a cute dragon. It does not get better than that. Bethesda Says It's Done Award. Oh, we ever gonna get over this pronunciation? The Bethesda Says It's Done Award for the game that I enjoyed most in early access. And even though Bethesda would ship it, the developer of this decided it does still need some work and is keeping it up. And that went to Lethal Company. The Monopoly Award for the game that is going to cause friendship problems went to Friends vs. Friends. Again, highly recommended, but try not to get angry. Then we have the Actually Award for game that technically released years ago, but only just released on PC in 2023. Digimon World Next Order. The Very Legitimate / Unbiased Award went to Megadars for being a game about me. As said, very legitimate and unbiased of me to present this with an award. The Where Is Everyone Award for a game that didn't release this year at all, but I still wanted to give it an award. Unpacking. The Wait This Isn't My PC Award for a game that I enjoyed most not on my PC. Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch. The Just a Taste Award for the best game that I only got to play the demo of. Cobalt Core. And once again, finally, the Intrusive Thoughts Win Award for the game that enabled my evil intrusive thoughts the most. Baldur's Gate 3. And that's my Games of the Year. A good year for gaming, I feel. A very good year for gaming. It has seen some ups. It has seen some downs. Seriously, like, stop laying off your fucking employees. They're making good shit. Don't bank your entire business on a $2 billion deal that can fall through. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. But the quality of a lot of the titles that did come out this year, way up there. Some absolutely amazing, amazing titles. And I'm sure that plenty of the ones I missed, I'll get to eventually. Still waiting to get into Persona 5. Someday. Someday. Right, I think I'm going to wrap up here. But don't go anywhere, because I will see who is streaming. And I will get you into a raid so the fun can continue. Ba 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 ba. Ah, the music didn't continue. Gosh dang it. So, I'll be back tomorrow to hopefully finish the last campfire. Fingers crossed. Thanks to my moderators for helping out today. Thank you to Breen and Dar for the resubs, and Avon and Draysand for the bits. Massively, massively appreciated. I know this is a shorter stream, but I wasn't going to keep something going extra long if I didn't need to. Right. In terms of people who are streaming, I think Ooh, has he just come live? Yeah, I think he's just gone live. Excellent, excellent. We are going to raid into Gunnar the Rat playing ukulele, it seems. He's just getting set up. If my Stream Deck would like to work. Thank you, Stream Deck. I'm going to throw a link in chat in case the raid doesn't work for you. Please do post plenty of ababababas if you have access to them. If you don't, just type abababababa and show Gunnar some love. Fellow member of Team Fluffy and a very good ratto. And a big fan of ABBA, the actual band ABBA. Not ababababa, just ABBA. But yes, take care, everybody. Catch you later.